From the PEP Radio Newsroom, this is the daily news for January 2nd, 2026. These are the stories we are covering at this hour. A widening set of demonstrations sparked by Iran's ailing economy has spread Thursday into the Islamic Republic's rural provinces, with at least 7 people being killed in the first fatalities reported among security forces and protesters, authorities said. The deaths may mark the start of a heavier-handed response by Iran's theocracy over the demonstrations, which have slowed in the capital, Tehran, but expanded elsewhere. The fatalities, 2 on Wednesday and 5 on Thursday, occurred in 4 cities, largely home to Iran's Lur ethnic group. The protests have become the biggest in Iran since 2022, when the death of 22-year-old Mahsa Amini in police custody triggered nationwide demonstrations. However, the demonstrations have yet to be countrywide and have not been as intense as those surrounding the death of Amini, who was detained over not wearing her hijab or headscarf to the liking of authorities. Turning to news from Switzerland, about 40 people were killed and another 115 injured, most of them seriously, after a fire ripped through a bar's New Year's celebration in a Swiss Alpine resort less than 2 hours after midnight Thursday, police said. Authorities did not immediately have an exact count of the deceased. The Crans Montana resort is best known for as an international ski and golf venue, and overnight its crowded Les Constellations bar morphed from a scene of revelry into the site of one of Switzerland's worst tragedies. The country will hold 5 days of mourning. Valais Canton Police Commander Frederick Giesler said during a news conference that work is underway to identify the victims and inform their families, adding that the community is devastated. In New York, Zohran Mamdani became mayor of New York City on Thursday, taking over one of the most unrelenting jobs in American politics, with a promise to transform government on behalf of the city's striving, struggling working class. Mamdani, a Democrat, was sworn in at a decommissioned subway station below City Hall just after midnight, placing his hand on a Quran as he took his oath as the city's first Muslim mayor. After working part of the night in his new office, Mamdani returned to City Hall in a taxi cab around midday Thursday for a grander public inauguration where U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders, one of the mayor's political heroes, administered the oath for a second time. Beginning today, we will govern expansively and audaciously. We may not always succeed, but never will we be accused of lacking the courage to try, Mamdani told a cheering crowd. To those who insist that the era of big government is over, hear me when I say this. No longer will City Hall hesitate to use its power to improve New Yorkers' lives, he said. Millions of Americans are starting the year 2026 with higher health care premiums. COVID-era tax credits tied to the Affordable Care Act expired at midnight on Thursday, ending years of financial relief that kept premiums low for marketplace plans. Premiums are expected to jump as much as 114%, according to health policy research organization KFF, formerly known as the Kaiser Family Foundation. That spike is already hitting some small business owners in the Philadelphia suburbs. In Hatboro, Montgomery County, wedding photographer Sarah Cunningham said her health insurance premium was $35.79 last month. In January, it jumped to $112.96, more than triple the cost. I'm a business owner, so I don't have a boss to help me pay for my health insurance, Cunningham said. I pay for it, so it's been hard. Cunningham said she earns about $55,000 a year running her business, Sarah Ann Photography, but she's focusing on finances now more than ever. She said she's upset that Congress failed to pass legislation that would have extended subsidies for Affordable Care Act plans. And that's the news at this hour. PEP Radio is available on the Live 365 app, the PEP Radio page at paequality.com, Roku, and Alexa. If you're watching our news videos on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast here on PEP Radio.